A perfect way to procure some pins. What's inside the new Zanini box? Didn't mean to spit on you there. A lot of P's happening in that intro. Every single month, the 411 down for you. Every single month, Zanini Pack will deliver a selection of pins right to your door, right in your post office, and a rather small parcel to be delivered, so it fits quite perfectly in your mail slot. If you guys are interested in getting some perfect pins delivered to your door, you can click the link down below in the video description. We're going to go ahead and get this opened up, and I guess probably what in order I would need to do this. First order of business would be to grab a knife. Second order of business would be to slice that across, like slicing through a grapefruit in the morning. Ah, refreshing grapefruit. I actually don't even like grapefruit. It's too bitter. Nonetheless, though, we're going to go ahead and cut open the top of the envelope. The envelope. Do you say envelope or do you say envelope? Let me know down below. A piece of paper. We don't need that just yet. What we are going to do, though, is we're going to reach deep inside. I feel like there's a whole lot of stuff happening in here. We're going to pull out things one at a time. Looking as if they have included some backings for our pins. That's really cool. You get a total of 5 pins. I don't know why I struggled so much looking at 5 of something, but they are small and they're reflective and the light was blinding me suddenly. Yeah, so that's the excuse I'm going to go with. The first pin, the first legit pin, and not a pin backing that we're going to get in this procurement of pins. That's a word I really don't use nearly enough. The first one we're getting from the Zanini box is Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic is putting his finger up, recommending that Zanini Pack is his #1 choice for pin selections delivered to his door. I don't think there is a lot of other subscription boxes on the market that deliver pins right to your door. But Sonic is like, this is the one for me. Non-paid endorsement. That's a nice looking pin nonetheless. Could have been a little bit darker, I think, on Sonic himself, but nonetheless, a neat looking pin. The next one we're going to grab and pull out is Darth Vader. You can see how selective and how unique all of these pins are from one another, pulling and plucking from different source materials. We went from Sega to Star Wars. We went from fast guy to guy that needs a breathing tank. I think Darth Vader could run pretty fast, though. Probably would just have the Force move his legs. Could you do that? I don't know to the full extent of what the Force is capable of doing for said individual that possesses the Force, but could the Force literally lift you and have you run really fast? I guess in episode 1 we had Obi-Wan Kenobi and Qui-Gon zip out down the hallway, and maybe they used the Force for that. And we never really explain any bit further past that point. Where are we going with this? Anyways, there's Darth Vader. A Force choke. I used to do that at work a lot of times to my co-workers. I would just like walk by. They would walk by. Whoever was walking by caught the glance of the other person. And they would just walk by and go, eh. We have to have fun in the place of work where we of course, make a paycheck. Anyways, we're getting sidetracked. There is Darth Vader, Force choking his way into the hearts and minds of everybody who loves Star Wars. Moving along. What else do we have in here? Periodically, I'd also used to go on the PA system and I'd go, taste the rainbow. I probably shouldn't have done that either. Moving along. Oh, I like the look of this one. This is Wonder Woman. And it kind of looks like Wonder Woman from Justice League or Justice League Unlimited. With the upcoming Wonder Woman 84. Oh, I am so tickled with excitement, if that makes any sense, for the Wonder Woman 84. Not really sure how Cheetah is going to come into play because the look, honestly, of Cheetah looks a little ridiculous. But I'm sure things are in good hands. Let's just imagine that that's going to play out as well as we hope it's going to play out. There's Wonder Woman nonetheless. She is kind of missing her blue eyes. But other than that, that's a neat looking Wonder Woman. You'll also notice too, and a mention of point that I talk about in each one of these Zanini unboxings, unbaggings of envelopes, is that the shapes of each one of these are unique to themselves, like the unique shapes to snowflakes, which science has proved later on, that's just a myth. You think somebody up there is scissor cutting and organizing and making pretty little snowflakes different from the last one? Bernie has somebody knocking on the door. You've made the exact same snowflake again. Do this again, Bernie. We're going to have to let you go. Don't think that's the case. Science, though, apparently proved that was the case. There's no such thing. No such thing. The next one we have is Jaspion from VR Troopers. Boy, oh boy, that's a blast from the past. I remember VR Troopers growing up. VR Troopers and Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. A few little, their own versions of Power Rangers, essentially. Everything was on the market, selling the idea of a team of heroes banding together, and they usually had mech suits and they fought monsters. VR Troopers was a little bit different, kind of the more obscure and a little bit weirder in design, but neat nonetheless. And we got ourselves, I don't know if that's how you correctly pronounce his name, Jaspion? Is the J silent? Is it Yaspion? Is it Aspian? Is it Spion? Is it On? Everything else is silent. And the next pin we have inside, we've got a German Shepherd. This is from the Cactito. Cactito? Is it Cake Tito? It's a German Shepherd, ladies and gentlemen. I would like, if anything, for the jurors to overlook my previous statement of mispronouncing that name. Whatever it is, it's a German Shepherd, ladies and gentlemen. I stand on it. And last but certainly not least, the last pin we got inside, He-Man, the most powerful man in the universe. Possibly the most powerful man or powerful pin in this selection of pins. I like the look of that. Do we have a Skeletor yet? Finger up against my imaginary face. I think we do have a Skeletor. That could go with Skeletor. I hope we have a Skeletor. Now I'm wondering. Fingers up to my invisible face again. I am starting to wonder. Do we actually have a Skeletor? Members of the mob doesn't care. Anyways, there is He-Man. A good, like I said, selection of pins. We got ourselves a total of 6 pins this go around. Let's fan them out. Cool ourselves off. I don't really necessarily need cooling. It's bitter cold down here in my dungeon. But a selection of pins nonetheless. Let's have a gander at what we got inside the Zanini pack. This is the Zanini box for January 2020. The basic would have included Jaspion, He-Man, well, you can see it. I'm just pointing basically at what you can visibly see. Sonic, and then the standard had all of that, plus Wonder Woman. And then the premium had all of that, with Darth Vader. Force choke. Here are some of the other pins that perhaps you might have missed your chance at getting. A good opportunity as well to sort of see all the places we've come and gone. Like, for example, I didn't realize that we got ourselves Cobra Ninja. That's Storm Shadow after all. Got ourselves a Freddy Krueger. These are all old ones, granted, yes. Pretty cool looking pins though. Either way, pretty cool looking pins. Do you like collecting pins? I like collecting pins. He likes collecting pins. That kid down the street somehow is still able to look at me. I don't know how that's even possible. He likes collecting pins as well. If you like collecting pins, why not head over to www.zaninebox.com and you can procure yourself some pins. I've probably used that about 5 times now. You gotta get it in while the getting is good. If the opportunity doesn't normally come to use a really cool word like procure, squeeze that all in there. Squeeze it on in. If you want to squeeze in some necessary time to perhaps hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already, squeeze some additional time in there as well to hit that bell notification, and squeeze even more time on top of everything I've asked you to do. Check out the homepage from time to time, or right now if you get the opportunity, and see if there's any videos that you may have missed along the way. We're going to have a whole bunch of cool stuff coming your way in the year 2020. I feel like I'm talking about the future. We are in the future. We are doing it right now. Keep your peepers peeled. There's certainly a lot of videos coming your way. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.